It's that simple. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, fucking play, bitch.
Have you tried this?
Yeah, bro, you see me fucking.
It's enough, bro. It's enough.
You see me grabbing the fucking.
He's actually the first person to put his hand in that bowl.
Exactly.
They're also sweet, bro. Is there anything salt on this table?
Alright, the Vietnamese motherfuckers right here?
No.
No?
No.
They're sour, they're
I
not
can
salty.
connect with this.
That was it. Let's keep them off. Let's keep them off for now. I can plug that one in. Maybe.
Can I put my phone to charge somewhere?
Huh?
Can I put my phone to charge somewhere?
I have a power bank. Like it's right here. It's right here.
Okay.
You can just place it on there.
Oh wait, it's not wireless. I have a cable. Yeah, but it's not. My phone doesn't have the wireless charge.
Which century is your phone from?
Shut the fuck up.
Is this okay? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's Android, by the way.
Okay, thoughts.
I would say the album is this album is very very dark, very dark. It's like it's almost like a constant it's almost like you're in like a constant panic, and it also sounds like the fear of it almost sounds like the fear of dying, and just that whole album feels like a brutal sonic depiction of of pretty much that fear of pretty much just straight up it's very schizo as well. It's very very schizo.
Yeah.
And it's like
There's no time to rest in
Yeah.
There's nowhere where the music is resting.
I feel like there's only one song where it kind of takes it down a notch, but then it's just straight back to to panic, to just it sounds like you just genuinely, it sounds like going feeling like you're losing your mind, I personally felt very scared and almost how do you call it?
Unsettled.
I was unsettled, very unsettled by how just anxiety inducing this whole project is in in the realest way possible, but then depicted in a musical body of work, which I do gotta say it was in some parts I did really feel the the straight up depressing feeling of it all. So it's like because it was so strong, because it's like almost like lures you into that state of mind, which is pretty scary, but very well done despite that.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
feel I have similar thoughts, but I have a different. I saw it a bit differently.
Mm.
To me, it entered very unsettlingly. It's like almost you enter this space where it's very unsettling and things weren't right. But the more the album progressed, it felt like you were kind of getting confidence in the space. It felt like, although things were still unsettling, you were figuring out, like, whatever. I'm saying you, but I don't know. Like, I'm just saying, it felt like the journey of that album is like someone figuring out how to find their place in the place that's unsettling. It's almost like there's like towards the end there was more grooves using the sounds that in the beginning I wouldn't. Maybe it's just me like getting used to the sonic like landscape of the album. But towards the end there was like a lot more grooves that I was like finding the beauty in. Whereas in the beginning I was just kind of more lost. And towards the end it's almost like the journey is like you're in this place and then you're finding ways to adapt rather than completely lose yourself.
It doesn't.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. Although it's very it gets very panicky and like very like terrifying. It does sound like it's like a bit more. There is a bit more like
There's control.
There's control.
Yeah.
Grounding.
I think onto
Like-
what Daniel was saying, the album felt relentless because even some points there was like where you feel like it's like calming down, but what ends up happening is like a sample from like earlier that was like to me is like a metaphor for like some sort of anxiety, and it comes back and it plays again. But instead of it playing again like before, it actually feels a lot more toned down in the background. So it's almost like you have gained control over that issue. So instead of it just being like the problems are arising again that you've been dealing with, it's more like the problems are arising again, but this time you have more confidence and ability to actually handle them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think Amalani was definitely onto something because when I was listening to it, it felt like a journey which has like the typical, a story with like 3 arcs. And I felt like I could kind of distinguish like the beginnings of like arc 1, obviously the beginning, but then arc 2 and 3. Like I said, in the beginning is kind of rough. Feels spiky, I don't know. But then it starts like opening up and like it's a little bit more comfortable. But yeah, also it just never stops being
Uncomfortable.
anguish
Yeah.
inducing.
Yeah.
It's just like at the point like by the middle and then like the end of it, you're living with it. And,
Like without repeating what everyone else said, obviously, yeah, it does give a really unsettling vibe, and like it's really impressive that you're able to bring out those emotions, like commonly within most of the listeners that are listening to your album. I mean, yeah, I liked it. I also liked there was a point in which you walked out, but the vocals came in, and it lifted the mood a little bit. Like at that point,
Yeah.
it was also like more of an upbeat type of vibe to it.
There was a part somewhere in the middle where there's a sample that comes in that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to me,
but
that's
like,
like when things start.
it's like jazzy. There's like
Yeah.
the trumpet as well.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
The one thing I was honestly expecting though in that part, I was expecting the drums to come back in with the sample. Like, I don't know why, but in my head I was just kind of like, I was expecting the part where it starts getting beautiful. Like you did it eventually, but like you took more time with it. But I felt like it was gonna be more like the sample is gonna be really beautiful, but then the same bullshit from before is gonna be playing, and then at the same time that was gonna be like bullshit.
Mm.
There's still beauty, but the bullshit's still going on.
Yeah.
Because at some point the drums switch from like hectic to more being like hectic but under control. It feels like you have like that groove down, like Hamani was saying. So to me, I was expecting at some point like both of those like things happening against each other before you find like the middle ground in both.
Yeah.
How you call it? There was this one track where it almost sounded like, because in like a couple of tracks where it just kind of sounds like a very like also almost sounds like an echo chamber of like an echo, like it sounds like an echo chamber that of fucking of and like the whole point where the attack hits, and it's like it feels like it's just like there was just like, and it was, I guess, somewhere in the middle of the album.
That one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. That one was sounding like it sounds like pretty much having like three voices yelling the most anguish-inducing things in an echo chamber. It sounds like it's all here, but then there's like some fucking weird then there's something that, like, I guess the drums or something, or like something more like upbeat came up like in between it, and then I was like, that's kind of scary, cause it's like this very false sense of
Safety.
safety. Yeah, it's like there's this very false sense of safety, but this very echoing, staticky sound kind of like shows up as straight straight up panic, and it's just it gave me like a very weird feeling. I just like kind of very
It gave the same vibe as someone having a manic episode
that
after a depressive episode.
that a
Yeah.
manic episode.
It's like that high, but you know it's still gonna like that high is just because of when you've been going through so much bullshit, your brain kind of just tricks you into feeling like that high for a little minute before you go back into the bullshit. So
Yeah.
it felt like it's like people with like manic episodes, you can see it in their eyes, like they're happy, but like, it's very unsettling type of energy to it.
Mm.
I was gonna say like it really like brings you into the mind of the creator of this. Like it feels like this is something that is reminiscent of maybe something you were going through at the time.
Mm.
Which is that right in saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask something?
Mm-hmm.
What does the train symbolize?
Yeah,
The what?
The train.
There's a channel point.
I'm sorry if it's going too much in depth. If you
No,
want to
no,
go
it's-
over it, that's fine too.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, basically, the entire album, also like the clip that you're seeing, is just me roaming around, right? Which I used to do a lot. I would like get home or like get in Helmond after work, or after school, and just because I didn't want to go home because I felt very uncomfortable at home, I would just spend like
Hours.
just outside, you know,
Yeah.
like roaming around or sitting outside in the park. And a lot of sounds in the album are field recordings, and also that train is like one of the field recordings that I did while being out and roaming around. And it's also quite weird because I used to do this when I was like 20, 21 as well, but then the whole feeling around it was different, right? I still went outside because I wasn't like comfortable being at home, but then I did it more in a way that was like, okay, I want to see the world, right?
Yeah.
Like I really want to see the world, and it really felt like me time, right? Like time where I could just get to rest.
And just be with yourself and think.
Yeah, exactly. But then the longer, or like the more time went on, and the more stuff I had to do, and the more stress was in my life, that kind of transformed into me just mindlessly roaming around in the streets, like not really allowing myself to feel what I'm actually feeling.
Yeah.
And it was just building up and building up. So the train doesn't necessarily like, in a way, it symbolizes like moving to a different state or moving to a different like location, but like I guess at the end it's just a recording of a moment that I was having with myself that I wanted to share in the album, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I would say, well, this is not the first time that I'm listening to it, but it's the first time in a long time that I've been listening to it. But as the first time as well, and I feel this throughout your other projects as well, you're very good at world building and storytelling. So even though this is tied to your own emotions, I don't associate it with you. I associate this as another character. So this whole experience for me as well, even with the opening, it feels like I'm transported into another time where this person that we don't know maybe reaches a certain type of enlightenment, but is misunderstood and gets thrown into like a mental asylum because of it. And because of that, you're confused. All of this stuff is getting done to you. You try to escape a few times, or because of what happened to you, you get shifts from the past, the present, the future, and at some point you learn how to live with it, right? So that's how the experience has felt.
It's also very interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like eventually you learn how to roll the punches.
I mean, eventually that's what you kind of have to do, right? Yeah.
Inevitably.
Huh?
Inevitably.
Inevitably, yeah. It's also like what you say about like being transported to like a different, well, I don't want to say like dimension, but just like headspace, I guess. That's also, it's supposed to feel that way, of course. This is also like the stuff that I put in this album is not something that I usually express to people, right? Even like people that are close to me. Some things are just very hard to express through words. And I mean, it's honestly the case with a lot of my albums, so it's good to hear that, it actually sounds like you're being transported and like seeing this entity, I guess, that you're not really familiar with, per se.
Entity is almost exactly the word that,
Yeah, entity.
it sounds like
Third party entity.
yeah, third party entity, exactly that. That's very accurate to also just like the sonic the song, like the album, like sonically is, it's like
It's like a capsule.
Yeah.
I'd say, like of just like feelings. and then like I just imagine you, for example, like how you're experiencing this is like you're diving into like you're opening Pandora's box of like what you were going through when you decided to like when you like were inspired to create it.
Mm. That is what it feels like. It really is what it feels like, and especially afterwards, because like I said, the moment that I finished this album, that's when I had like,
Like as I said, you never couldn't like, get a moment to breathe or rest,
Yeah.
except like some like few seconds.
yeah,
So it's like when you put all of that into like this capsule,
Yeah.
then like you can kind of like be done with it. Like you put all of this emotion into the album,
yeah,
so now you can like kind of separate it from yourself.
yeah, exactly. Thank
Do
you.
you like get when you listen to this? Do you feel more feelings, or do you get more like moments as well?
I get anxious, honestly.
So it's more feelings.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's not many memories, but it's also like, I don't know how it is for you guys, but when I go through a very hard time, it's very hard for me to remember.
Yeah, that's a normal response from your like brain.
Yeah.
Just to protect you
Yeah.
from like all this negative
Yeah,
stimuli.
exactly.
It's the same for me. Like when I've had like depressive episodes, I don't really remember. I remember why. I remember, I guess maybe a period of time.
Embodiment of everything that you were going through or feeling in that time. I think it translates very well. But I also really love how you're transported into this other
Hmm.
space. But like I said, maybe I don't know how how this would change in the future. I guess since listening to it now still brings up these emotions that are tied to it. But hopefully that will shift into you seeing it as this embodiment in this specific moment instead of
Yeah.
you know
Yeah, I really, really wonder what it's going to be like in a couple of years.
yeah
I feel like if anything, it's gonna train you into dealing with those things.
Yeah.
Because it's like literally you have to face all of those feelings every single time you listen to it. So the more times you listen to it, the more you kind of
Yeah.
are able to deal with those. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it also goes into, what we said before about like dealing with it being like that. How do I say this? That like you having to deal with it is inevitable,
Yeah.
right? And also how you guys like heard that in the album, which I didn't even hear that before. So it's very.
Doesn't sound like you've already gone through the worst of it. So
Oh, I did, yeah.
So it's like an embodying of like, oh, you can get through.
yeah
Yeah.
I don't even know how you managed to like get through making this. If I'm being honest, like I couldn't even imagine sitting down for hours just working on one song every single time, and then like having to deal with those emotions while working on it. That would be.
Yeah, it wasn't really, the thing is like, making this album, I wasn't really dealing with the emotions, right? Like I was translating and expressing them into sound, but I
So-
wasn't actually like going through the emotions was something that I was already doing,
Yeah.
So working on the songs wasn't making it like more extreme. It was just
finding a way
You have to do
express.
something, so
yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it wasn't like you were like trying. It wasn't more like you were specifically trying to capture the energy that you were feeling. It was more like it transferred into the music that you were making.
Yeah. Because I kind of planned to make an album like this, but it wasn't meant to be like this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It wasn't meant to be this like powerful in a way for myself as well. But yeah, it definitely does feel like a time capsule.
I do want to say that I'm very proud of you for inviting close ones to this space and having us experience this as well. Even though it's hard for you to listen to this, I think it's a good step
Thank you.
towards the future.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah, thank you.
showing us.
Yeah.
Good work.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Do you want to lighten the mood?
part to it to me because it's like it doesn't sound as much like yo. It's not like a fairy tale ending. It's more like this is like I'm still
It's
dealing.
realistic. You're still in the same world.
Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like
Exactly. That would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Yay! We're better now.
I wanted to ask, at what point did you feel like this was complete? Like you didn't need to express more of what you were feeling through your work?
When the last song was done,
Yeah, okay.
I worked on it. This is in chronological order.
oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I made everything in chronological order as well. So
Right.
you're also like listening to me actually going through these things, right?
Would you ever go back and touch anything from the old songs when you were finishing it, or did we done with something?
No,
never
it
go
was
back
done
to
and
it?
then it was done.
No.
There's even like stuff that I see in like the first couple songs that I'm not too happy with, like some transitions or like that I would have changed a bit more, but I chose not to mess with it.
I think if anything that made it more powerful.
Hmm?
I think if anything that made it more powerful.
Yeah,
to be
exactly,
honest.
exactly. No, but it was really like that. Like I said, the songs were just like in chronological order. I worked on one song for like a week, it was finished, and then I move on to the next. So, and it was also like even the song was made in chronological order in a way. So I started at the beginning, I ended at the end, but then I didn't go back to change anything from the beginning, right?
How many songs were
9.
I witnessed him make one of these songs.
Right. And
Yeah.
I heard the reaction.
Yeah, I think it was like the second or the third or something, and it was because I remember you made one of these tracks at my house.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's true. It was this one, I think.
Yeah, it was this one.
Especially the ending.
That ending, because I remember.
You can tell.
Yeah, because I remember this ending genuinely like made me turn anxious. I remember I just
Yeah, but also like making it in the moment was a very weird like
yeah.
moment as well, because I was just working on it, and he was just like laying on the bed, but then the mood was kind of off, I would say,
Yeah.
in a way because of the sounds, right?
Mhm.
But then I just kept working because I don't know, I just kept working on it because I was like, okay, this sounds like I could use this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
If I didn't know if it was from your POV, it kind of, I don't know why, but it's reminding me of like Boldy James. Like it sounds like someone going around the streets trying to like killing people. Like I'm not, not in, like it sounds like someone going down the street and dealing shit or like trying to get shit done. Like it's very much like that. It's like something bad happened. Like they're dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like trying to get revenge. Or like realizing like something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
When did you start on this?
Hmm?
When did you start working on
Half a year ago.
Yeah, it was really recent. This
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Half a year ago, something like that.
6 albums in 1 year. I still gotta drop them.
Still gotta drop them. Well, one of them's out.
it?
Have to go.
1 hour 6 done.
Okay. We should start packing up stuff, I think, because.
How long?